our first TBD stream. Super excited. Oh, hey, I'm just gonna say hi to the chat really quickly to Ryan Wheeler. But we could go ahead and kind of just introduce ourselves, talk about like why we joined the company and what was interesting about Web5, and then we can dig into like prepping for Hacktoberfest. Do
Yeah,
you want to start, Ace? I don't know.
I could.
Okay.
Hello everyone. My name is Adewale. Oh, I think it's supposed to be
Oh, our banner.
a label, yeah, a name label or something. But yeah, my name is Adewale. A lot of people call me Ace. Super excited to be on the stream and meeting everyone on stream. Um, Hello, Leo. But yeah, I'm a staff developer advocate at TBD. This is actually my first month. It's been exciting. It's been really, really cool catching up with all the amazing things that people have been building, towards a decentralized future, as we call it. So this is my first month here at TBD, working with Rizel, working with Angie. I'm sure everyone knows Angie. That's super amazing, super exciting. And today we're just launching the stream. Wanna get to share some of the things we've been working on. It's Oktoberfest soon. I think I'm going beyond introductions here, but
No, this is good. Go ahead.
well, yeah, so I want to share this with you, with everyone. See what we've been working on. See how everyone can also contribute, part of the open source spirit. And I'll let Rizel introduce herself now.
Yeah. No, that was really good. Because it's our first stream, so it's
Yeah.
good to like have all that context. Yeah, my name is Rizel. I go by like Black Girl Bites, and super excited. It's my first week here, and I was like, let's stream, let's see what's like out there. Let's talk with other developers. So I'm super excited about that. And like Ace said, we're prepping for Hacktoberfest right now. So for folks who don't know what Hacktoberfest is, it's kind of an event to help first time contributors get a chance to contribute to open source. And sometimes also for like more experienced open source contributors as well. But it's kind of a month that people try to focus on contributing to open source, and we want to make sure that like contributors get a good experience for Hacktoberfest since we are open source. Before we like jump into Hacktoberfest though, I did want to know, Ace, like, because a lot of people ask me like, what is Web5 and like why are you interested in it and stuff like that. So I was curious from your side, what was like drawing you into the idea of TBD and Web5 and all of these other projects that they're building?
Yeah, that is a good question. For me, it was a little bit interesting because I discovered TBD through discovering Web5. I know like, oh, this is the company that's working on it. And Web5, I think the part that excited me the most was the fact that um, it was building on the core concept of Web2. It wasn't necessarily like, hey, we're not doing things like this anymore. It's like, hey, these are the things that we're doing right now, and this is how we can improve on it. So for me, it felt like a possible natural evolution from how we currently use the web to what could be the next level of the web. And being a student and a fan of the web, I've been always been like fascinated with people contributing to the development of technology and the opportunity to just be a part of that, to be able to see the entire process, see how it happens, also contribute my share to that process was exciting beyond measure. So like, hey, if I'm able to help heralding a new face of the web, and a lot of new people, a lot of people that want to build stuff, want to contribute, are also able to do so as a result of my contributions, my work, then that would be as amazing as possible. So that kind of got me excited, and I started reading up on it. Had the opportunity to speak with a few people about it, made content around it, and it just was really exciting. And there were like a ton of things I had no idea what was happening in the background. So I'm like, you know what? This looks good. I would definitely like to be a part of the next future. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. It doesn't seem like everyone has all the answers as well, which makes sense because it's something new. I would like to be a part of this. So that's basically how it was for me, getting into it. How about you?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I think similarly to you, I think also for me, I really get interested or like intrigued at like emerging technologies. So when there's like a new technology out, I'm kind of like, let's see what this is, what it's about, how I can get involved. And another thing that was really interesting to me is that I saw that all these other companies are trying to get involved in decentralized identity. It wasn't just because um my initial like introduction to decentralization was like, oh, just these random startups trying to just join in. But then I realized, wait a minute, like Microsoft, it has an initiative. There's a whole foundation around this, and usually with emerging technologies, there is a little bit of pushback in the beginning, but it ends up being something that changes the world or the way that we work. And similar to you, I was like, hey, I want to be part of this. Also, the technology itself is interesting. Like, it's not like the same old that we're always doing. I tend to get bored easily, so I thought it was going to be cool. All right, so
Yeah.
for switching gears really quickly into Hacktoberfest, I just wanted to know if you ever have like, oh, actually, we have a
I have a
question
question.
now. Yeah. Someone says, does Web5/TBD focus specifically on DIDs or
On
DIDs?
DIDs.
Do you want to?
Yeah. So the way Web5 works is Web5 is has three major pillars, which is the DIDs, as you asked, decentralized identifiers, decentralized web nodes, and verifiable credentials. So these are three different standards that have come together to then configure or set up this protocol that we call Web5. So the decentralized identifiers on their own are able to, provide us a sense of identity for users to be able to like stay in control of all of that stuff. And it's just one part of Web5 itself. So if you check out, like, we have a website, if you can type it in chat, developer.tbd, the website, it explains how these pillars come together. And so with Web5 SDK that we have running right now, you are able to build solutions. Thanks, Rizel. Able to build solutions, decentralized applications using these three pillars. You're able to, authenticate or identify people using the decentralized identifiers, that's DIDs. And then you're also able to stay in control of their data using decentralized web nodes. So all of this together is what makes up Web5.
That was a really good explanation. I don't have anything to add to that. I just added
Yeah.
the link in the chat, and so did Angie. So thank you
Thanks,
about that.
Angie.
Yeah. Shout out to her. Um,
Yeah.
I wanted to switch gears into talking a little bit about Hacktoberfest. We're probably going to talk more about it tomorrow when we do our next stream. But I wanted to talk a little bit about, like, have you ever participated in Hacktoberfest before as a contributor or as a maintainer, and what have been the benefits for you?
Oh yeah. I actually started I think a year after I started contributing to, probably the same year, started contributing to open source. Was, Oktoberfest felt like a very good opportunity to be in the entire spirit. I had a couple of Nigerian developers at the time that were also, participating. So I was like, hey, let's find projects. To be honest, it was a little bit, scary. It felt like, oh my god, like we had companies like VLC, Linux, all of these things, bigger companies that were, requesting contributions. So I initially started out by contributing to like just project of developers that I knew that were exciting, which is one of the reasons. This is one of the things that I recommend to other people that also want to get started with open source. You can, start off with projects that you're familiar with, that you already use, that could just ease in your experience into open source. So I think I won like 2 shirts. I got like 2 shirts delivered to me while I was in Nigeria, and that was like pretty cool. Just being able to contribute. I mean, as much as possible, I tried not to make the shirt the goals, but it felt nice to be able to like make these contributions and then get something like I do open source. So that was pretty cool. But a few years down the line, I've been able to contribute and participate a few times. And then at previous companies as well, I've been able to join as a maintainer, and that's been pretty nice.
I love that. Yeah, I can relate with you in starting with maybe the smaller projects first. I think
Mhm.
sometimes you're like, oh, contribute to open source, and you immediately go to like React. But that is a project with a lot of legacy code, and it can be a little bit harder to like ease your way in. I think I started off with open source. Like, I think I joined GitHub when the first Hacktoberfest I participated in was, and I contributed to open source that way. And then I also started helping other people make their first contribution. So I would like hop on a live stream with them, and I would be like, let's make this contribution together, just to help them, because I know how scary it can be for other people to be like reading your code that you never met before. But talking about that, one of the ways that we're gonna prepare for, or that we've been preparing for Hacktoberfest, is to set up um, our repositories in something called Code Sandbox. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And like, if you wanted to give more context, Ace, you can. But like, the way I'm thinking of why we chose to use Code Sandbox is that way, first time contributors, they don't have to like just immediately like try to like follow all of the instructions and like do all the local setup. They can just click into like an IDE that's within their browser, and it'll be like running for them and install all the dependencies.
Yeah, I think we can start off by either sharing the blog post,
Oh,
announcing how like the
yeah,
projects that we want to
you're right.
share. I think it's on TBD website.
Oh, it's on the TBD
Yeah.
website. Okay. Let's see.
1
Developer.
second.
On the developer one, or just
We get the link here on the blog. Yeah, so anyone, I'm dropping the link in chat. So anyone that wants to read it can also
yeah.
read it as well. So it basically gives us an introduction into, Hacktoberfest in general for anyone that could possibly be, participating or looking to participate for the first time. So that is a resource that you could use. Did you get the chat? Nope.
I see it. It looks like it's in there.
But yeah, I think it went somewhere else. It went to my stream.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll put
So
it
this
too.
is your first time contributing. You can see some of the guidelines. We're also giving swag, and also just trying to support as much as possible for anyone that is looking to just contribute for the first time. We have first time contributor issues. So and you can also we also have a Discord, right? So if you're having complications, questions, you can always hop into the TBD Discord and there'll be support for you to get started. So those are the dates. The Oktoberfest regularly runs from October 1st to October 30th, or 31st rather. So that's the case maybe. And it's a fun-filled month, to be honest, because aside from open source contributions, there are also events, programs, tutorials that just try as much as possible to support people. But if you go to the bottom of the page, I think we have projects that we are sharing that you people can start contributing to. Yeah, so dive into our repos. Yep. All right. So for the projects that are currently available for people to start contributing to at TBD, the first one is our documentation website. We are encouraging as many people as possible to send in pull requests. If you find typos, snippets, code suggestions, articles, documentation updates, basically anything that you feel could be a great addition. We have a bunch of good first issues as well that you could also check out just to see how you can get familiar with contributing and also providing value in return. So you can check out the link. Can you open it as well? We have a bunch of good first issue that you can check out, and a lot of them would also get you get support to guide and sometimes to just make it done. So 4 projects at the moment for Oktoberfest. We have the documentation website, we have the DWN server project, we have DWN SDK project, and we also have the Web5.js SDK project as well.
Sorry, I could not keep up. I was trying to click it.
No worries, I was just going off. Yeah, we have a question. Is that a question?
Yeah, well, it was a nice comment from Scarlett Scarlett Spade saying like, yes, this will be my first time contributing to open source and thinking this could be perfect for me. Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. I definitely think so. I don't know if I will necessarily have to. Well, I probably will have time. I was thinking of like doing a stream where if people are not like feeling super confident, like I can hop on and like help them with their contribution or whatever. So if you were interested in that, Scarlett Spade, let me know. I will be down.
Yeah. Also, feel free to use the Discord or GitHub issues, comment and stuff.
Yeah.
We are a community of people always excited to help, so do not hesitate.
My camera went away.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, are you there?
Yeah, I am. Oh, hold on. Okay, there it is.
You're back.
Okay, well, since we gave them a breakdown, we can go ahead and like get started in setting this up with Code Sandbox. And
Mhm.
Ace is a Code Sandbox Pro, so you're gonna kind of like lead the way,
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
I will I will type, but you'll like help guide me um on stuff. And Ebony also mentioned we'll have a few more issues opening in the next few days as well. All right, hopefully my
Amazing.
camera doesn't go away. But which thing should we start with? Which repo?
Yeah, we can start with the documentation. Oh, camera gone
It's
again.
okay. I'm gonna just use my FaceTime camera. I don't know why it does this, but it's kind
It's
of
all right.
all right. Yeah.
Yeah, we can start with the documentation. So, the entire concept of you go to main. Yeah, that's the main branch. So the entire concept about setting up this project in Code Sandbox is for anyone that is, slightly uncomfortable or not so familiar with, setting up the project in their local environment. So we're just gonna go through this so that anyone can, from a click of a button, you can easily get into a running environment that's been set up already, and you can start you can focus on the contributions that you want to make versus, focusing on how to set up and then you spend longer times on it. So, because a lot of projects have their own unique setup processes, so we just want to make this as easy as possible. So first, look, we can go to the README file. 1 second, let me open this on my end as well. And it just kind of explains, what's going on, how the project is also, enabled for Hacktoberfest. Pretty cool stuff. Then let's create a branch so that we can send a PR from when we're done.
Create a branch. You said.
There's a top right. Yes.
Top right. Okay, there we go.
Create a branch. Yes. So for anyone as well that wants to, contribute to Code Sandbox, they just come in and also create a branch. And then once you're done, you commit your changes, you send in a pull request, and it's automatic. So let me come join you there.
Cool. I just renamed it.
Oh yeah. 1 second.
And I remember you saying that we will have to create a task, and I see the error too, that we will have to create a task.json. So is it okay if I go ahead and like create that the directory and the file? Or
so right now we can just we can go through the README first. I would like to go through the README so we can guide people. Okay. Do you want to zoom out a bit?
Okay. I try to zoom in because sometimes people watch on Twitch and they're
definitely.
like watching on their phone. But yeah.
Jacob, JTech, hello from Twitch, hello from LinkedIn. Sorry, I'm just saying hello to chat. So yeah, we can scroll to the bottom just to see the instructions for setting up this project.
Sorry, skipped it. Here we go.
So we clone it, and then we npm install. So basically, we just need the node environment and npm install. We can for Code Sandbox has its own special configuration. So I think I should be able to do this on my end a bit. Let's see. We create a new directory called .code sandbox. Oh, it popped up.
Could they see it though?
Yeah, top left. Code sandbox.
Cool.
So yeah, so the way it works is that because we're on the same team, we can collaborate together and just write code simultaneously. And then you can click on my icon, top right, and you basically follow me around. That also works. Yeah, so I'm creating a Docker file right now.
Cool. Okay.
And then we just set up a node environment, say a node 18. Then we run npm
install. Gotcha.
So you can restart the container bottom left.
Okay, bottom left.
Oh, you just dismissed it.
Oh, I didn't even read it.
Yeah, you can just start. Yeah, you can just start branch.
Okay. My bad. I was like, that thing's in my way.
that was what you needed to click.
Oh no.
What's going on? Oh, because you renamed the channel.
Gotcha.
the branch. So you go to dashboard and then you come in.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't go to sandbox.
My bad.
But yeah, it's starting already on my hand. So
Okay.
that should get us going, I think.
So yeah, we set up that Docker file and then we create a task.json file,
Hmm.
right? Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
so I'm trying to see if we still need one because I'm assuming it should be automatic and just start the project.
Ah, okay. So it has like whatever detection that once it knows we're using PNPM, it's like, all right, I'll go look at the package.json.
Yeah, and just start it up. Yeah.
Gotcha. That's cool. Go ahead and install those dependencies. And on the side, oh, we got the tabs, so we should be able to see like a view of
Yeah, once it's done.
cool. Not too crazy. Um,
Hello, Mercedes. Welcome to the stream.
hey, Mercedes. Thanks for tuning in.
Looks like we're almost done.
Yeah.
I think it's doing PNPM install right now.
And I like that it prints everything out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There we go. It's about to show everything. Cool. Where are people from the chat tuning in from? Like, where do y'all live?
I'm from Amsterdam.
Yeah, that's a good call out. I'm from, well, I live in Boston. Leo said he's in Orlando. We got someone from Berlin right near to you. Well,
I know,
actually,
right?
how close is Berlin from Amsterdam? I don't
It's
even know.
probably 3 hour flight.
3 hour
Don't
flight.
take me. Don't take me on it. Just assuming. Ola is from Ijebu. I see you. I can see people from my stream being counted right now.
Brazil.
Hello, Ryan. I've never contributed to open source. Wonder what it would be like. Yeah, I think the priority for me, especially when I want to contribute or thinking about contributing to open source, is just thinking and focusing on the value my contribution could provide. So, for example, projects that I already use or projects that I find interesting, I just go in there and see, if I spend 30 minutes, for example, on this, what value could I do? Could I contribute to improve the experience of the project? And if you're already familiar with, version control, Git, GitHub, all of those things, then it's easy for you to just make a change, a couple, and send the update to them. So you've just saved the maintainer some time, some work for them to also continue to improve their experience for other users of the project. So that is what how I see contributing to open source, especially as in this period of Oktoberfest. So if that's also something you would like to explore, then definitely find a project that you've worked with or you want to work with, or like we're doing here, one of our projects, and just go through and share stuff that would be amazing.
Yeah, I have something to say about that too.
Yeah.
It will be fun. Trust me. I used to be so scared. I was like, I'm never contributing to open source because I was like, I'm not going to be, and I guess maybe this is a negative way to think, but I was like, I'm not going to spend my time doing coding for free. I'm like, I get paid to code. I'm not going to contribute or write code for free and have people make fun of me. But it was not like that at all. A lot of the projects that I found, everybody was really welcoming. They were just excited to have someone else contribute, and when I needed help, they were ready to help me. So like Ace was saying, definitely go into join those discords or wherever they have their discussions. Sometimes it might be in GitHub discussions, sometimes it might be on Slack or Discord or whatever it is. But go in there, introduce yourself, you can get to know the community so that when you need help, you feel comfortable doing that. Even if you want to talk to the maintainer, feel free. They might be a little bit busy, but they're excited to have someone contribute. They're excited to help you, because you're helping them to like get work done because they have a lot of stuff to do. So yeah, my that's my long way of saying like it's gonna be really fun. And then someone asked if you Ace could share your your Twitch link.
Oh yeah. Thanks Ryan for responding to that. TB Devs is where we're streaming at. For my personal one is ACEKYD TV, is Key TV. For Rizel as well, I think it's Black Girl Bites.
Black Girl
Yes.
Bites one.
One. Gotcha. So we have our documentation side running. We're gonna add the link before you send a payout. We could also add the link to the README so anyone coming. There's a fancy edit button. Let me see if I can find that for
Is this
you.
right here? Or no?
Sorry.
Sorry, is this the edit button? Or
No,
no?
no, there's a fancy one that we could add to the README. I want to get the markdown file for that. So we
Uh,
could add that to make it easy for people to just, get
okay.
started easily.
Gotcha.
1 second, trying to find it.
That is not it.
Yeah, I think it's in one of our example repos. I did
Ooh.
one for book
Oh
reviews.
yes, for the book
Yeah,
reviews.
that would make a nice button. You can just add that. Read me. Yeah, I see it.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna add it real quick.
Okay, I'll follow you wherever you
So
are.
read me. We are participating in Hacktoberfest guidelines. What is Hacktoberfest? New contributor welcome. Yes, we have all of this. So I could just add something like, I think in just above prerequisites, maybe.
Okay. I don't see you on here.
Oh, I'm scrolling. I'm
Oh,
the one scrolling.
oh.
So I could add like just here, editing code sandbox, and then just update the link. Yep, this is it.
Low key, I think I'm scrolling. Just so you know.
Oh, my bad.
But
I can explain what I just did.
yeah, just so they can see
Can you
it.
go back to the preview?
Okay. Preview. Is this it?
Yeah. So basically, what I just did, I just copied it's a markdown link. Oh, it's not showing up for you?
Yeah, it's not. I know what you did. I know what you did, but no one can see it.
That's
You want
weird.
to just share?
Yeah, I can share my screen.
Yeah, I'll stop sharing.
Sorry, everyone.
No worries.
Let's see. I think it's this guy. Yes.
There you go.
Gotcha. So basically, I just added a markdown, something to markdown that shows a very nice button, which is this. So for anyone that wants to contribute, I probably put it somewhere else, not prerequisites. But anyone that wants to contribute can easily click on this button, and then they get the environment running in Code Sandbox, and you no longer have to clone the project locally, set up with the PNPM node as the case may be, and then you can just focus directly on making and sending your commits in. So I feel like I can leave it here. Do you think I should leave it here? Should I move it somewhere else?
I'm trying to think.
I put it under installation, maybe.
Yeah, maybe with I honestly think the part that you have it in where the prerequisites is
Yeah.
really good. You could say maybe just have a note though for like developers, like just right before it, be like you can skip
Oh
the
yeah.
local installation and click here.
Mm, let's
That.
say it's like a running online environment.
Yeah.
Um, to get to contributing instantly. I'm pitching it to them. Pick your hub. Does this look good?
Yeah, I would say, let me see, want to get to contributing. One, I was slightly switch the wording if that's okay with you. I
Yeah,
was
sure.
like want to contribute or interested in contributing instantly.
Okay.
Sorry, I know semantics.
No, it's good.
That's
I mean,
right.
we're making this on the fly. So, Angie, any thoughts?
And then put in, yeah, and then
uh,
put put a question mark. Sorry, I'm like a grammar person, so
it's all right.
and then you can say, yeah, there you go. That's good. Perfect.
This directly without cloning. I think that could make it
Yeah, more clear.
clear. Yes. So this is what it looks like, and then it goes to installation. I think that's cool.
I think it looks
Um,
nice.
yeah, I think so too. So now that this is done, we are able to run this. We can just create a PR. I think it commits automatically for us. It'll be like prep for Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Then push,
Push.
committed, and then we create a PR. Oops, allow this pop up, and it takes us to GitHub. So we're basically about to also make pull request, and this is the process, right, for anyone that wants to go through Code Sandbox to make these contributions. Once you're done with your changes, you commit them, click on create PR, and it just sends it to whichever repo you're contributing to.
Let me see if I can switch my camera back. Oh.
So that is our first pull request.
Yes, we did it. Okay. Do you want to try the other ones as well?
Yeah, we could go to the next one. I think what we have next, shall this tab instead, is the DWN server, and that is a TypeScript JavaScript project as well.
Okay.
So the way to go, share this tab. I mean, we already have it on Code Sandbox, but this is the project as well. We've also, updated the README that yes, this project is available. I wanna, what's it called? Accept contributions for Oktoberfest in it. So I'm just gonna do the same thing that we did, I believe, and go to our Code Sandbox dashboard, the DWN server, and then we create a new branch and send a comment. Does anyone in chat have questions about Oktoberfest, open source, TBD, Web 5, anything we could help with today?
If not, I could ask you a couple. We could ask each other a couple questions.
I guess so.
And
Yes, we can.
so I think earlier, I don't know if you're able to talk and work. I think earlier we were mentioning like, someone asked, is this being recorded? It is being
Yes,
recorded,
it is.
so you can
Yes, it
rewatch
is.
it. um, but I think earlier we were talking about, does Web5 or does TBD do DIDs and what the other stuff are? Do we want to like try to describe what we know about decentralized identifiers or these other like three pillars of Web5? Oh, actually, my brain just like walked back to something else. Sorry, you have a whole YouTube video on like you like talking about Web5 and
Yeah.
about like a human API. I'm curious
Yeah.
about like what made you think of that analogy of it as a human API and like stuff like that. Yeah. Sorry.
No worries. I think the reason for that was when I first came across Web 5, I mean the first thought would be, how does this make my life better? How would I use this?
Froze for me.
And then I think your camera is frozen. Is it?
Is it for me?
No, you're back now.
Oh,
You're
okay.
back now. So I think when I saw that and I was thinking about how Web 5 would, make my life easier or just, contribute to that, I figured that if I'm in control of my data and I'm able to go to any platform, any service, and without having to, for example, sit down and provide information all over again, because the data is already stored somehow, and I just give it to them like, hey, take this all at once without me typing. It feels like I'm being an API. You're like, hey, you're making a request to me, and I'm like, oh, data is here, take it. So this
Gotcha.
works for me because we're a little bit futuristic. I play a ton of video games. So we have games like Cyberpunk. We have games where people start like putting stuff into their bodies, into their eyes, all of those things. But I'm like, if this could just be done with any of my devices, for example, and I'm making a visa application for those forms
Mhm.
are ridiculously long, but then all of this information is mine, is where I am, and then I could just give it to them all at once. It just makes my life incredibly easier. And in that regard, I'm the API. I'm the API to my history, to my information. I mean, technically we already are, but it feels like we're just connecting that to technology where just get this information as easily as possible. And I feel like Web5 could enable that.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. I mean, they love use cases, examples that already proposing stuff like that, like being able to move your music library from one service to the other, playlist, health records, all of those things. I feel like we're just tapping into it. We're not like we have no idea what the possibilities could be, but I'm excited to be a part of this.
Yeah. No, I like that. That's
Yeah,
a good way to think of it.
absolutely. I don't know what to do here first. So I think we just need to install, and then the server runs automatically. Check the packages, and so we do no
Yeah, I'm
scripts.
looking at it too.
Oh, there are
How
scripts
come
with
it doesn't
this.
say I'm in the same one as you? Hold on.
What? I'm
No,
sharing my screen.
no, I know, but like my little icon didn't pop up. So I was wondering if I wasn't. But keep
Oh
going.
yeah, I'm in the DWN server now.
That's the one I joined. It's all good. I'll still look through it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, let's see. It looks like they do NPM.
You have npm install first. I'm trying to see if we need a Docker setup. We might not. Yeah, it seems like we do not. I'm just trying to see which of the scripts is the default. I think it's the server one I should run. Yeah, npm run server.
Yeah, it does look like that. It looks like they just do npm install and then npm run server, just like you said. Perfect.
hmm And then we could. This seems more straightforward. This seems pretty cool. Uh, so we need to use a client for it, but basically you can get the environment running this way. We could also set up a tax JSON, but I don't think we need a tax JSON simply because kind of project that it is a DWN server. So when you come in and you want to contribute, you can configure that. But the environment is already set up, and we can have all of those running. So I think we are good to go with this. Except I could add the PR the button.
Yeah. Okay, so when people click the code sandbox button, they're still gonna have to run npm install and npm start.
Oh yeah, we can do a tax listing for that. So we just do npm install, so that does automatically. But if
Yeah.
they want to run the server or they want to run any of the other scripts, because it's just open ended, we're not going to
Mhm.
run any one for them automatically. So what we
Okay.
can do is create a tax JSON,
Yeah, that's the right thing.
and just make sure that the npm install is automatic.
Okay.
But before that, I want to quickly add
Button.
the button just after installation or before installation. Yes, same thing. Just change the URL to match DWN
Server.
server, and we are good. So how about you? Have you thought about use cases like I'm sure you have like how Web5 could just apply or fit into your current life or future life as a case maybe, and yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, definitely social media. Definitely have that's the thing I use. That's the reason I even be on the internet. I've been using social media since I was little. Like I think I was
hmm
like 11 years old with a MySpace. And now like MySpace changed into a completely different application and I lost all those little pictures I had from when I was young.
Yeah.
Um, and even like how Twitter is changing and stuff like that. So I do like the data portability aspect where it's like if I move to another social media, I can bring my friends with me and I could bring the pictures or whatever content I had on there with me. I think when I last talked to you when we went to the offsite, I was talking about that newsletter issue where it's like
Hmm.
I had a newsletter, people were following it, and then Twitter just shut it down. And I'm like, wow, I lost everything. So
Yeah.
that's like for me what I'm interested in. I know it's not like really altruistic, but that's where I'm interested in. I also thought it was interesting about like the health records aspect, um,
Hmm.
because for me, I was thinking like I'm not someone that's really good about like going to the doctors a lot. So sometimes I will go for the last like from all my life, I would go to two doctors' offices. One in Codman, well, you guys don't know the place, but whatever. One in like one part of the town and a different part. Every time I go to one of them, they're like, "Oh, we don't have your health records," and I'm like, "This is so annoying." So when I saw that like something like Web5 could be used
Yeah.
for like transferring your health records with you, I'm like that's dope. And then outside of Web5, I know we have another project called TV Dex, and I think that one is like the real big game changer. Um, because basically, for folks who don't know, TV Dex is something that will help people be able to send money to or send like different finances from like maybe America to somewhere in the global south. And my family, I'm born in Antigua, and my family is originally from South America. And it is mad annoying to like
Hmm.
give them money. Like you got to go to like Western Union or some check cashing place to be able to send the money over. It's really not like how with if I want to send money to a friend in America, I can just use Cash App or Zelle or something like that. So I like the idea of us making it easier to send money to people because money is something that rules the world, rules our lives,
Yeah.
and you want to be able to go help those people back home or your friends or whatever. So I think it's important.
I totally agree. We
Yeah.
have a few comments.
Yeah.
What are the incentives for an existing company to migrate their databases from Web 2 into Web 5? Because they will basically allow your competitors to have the information you have already filled in, like your playlist. Also, how difficult would be to migrate from Web 2 to Web 5?
Good question.
So for the first part of we've had this conversation with Angie, with people just in general, and I think the best way to look at this is it's kind of both ways. Because for example, the first platform that kind of enables people to have this freedom of data can easily also, get what's it called users from the other companies, from the other competitors, because they know that like, they won't be tied to this. We're enabling this for you to still be able to experience the amazing user experience we built in our application, but also because of this, we give you so much freedom. You're in control of your data, and the other company is not letting you do that. We get to a point where you feel safer with the company that's allowing you to be in control of your data. And I would assume, obviously, I'm being optimistic, I would assume that the company that allows you to feel free, then you want to stay there because it still gives you a decent user experience. And it's also the way technology kind of like necessities starts to inform innovation, and people start saying like, oh, this is what people are doing. So more companies start to follow standards, start to follow the right protocols, and more companies are decentralized. And then one company chooses to stay in the past and doesn't want to make the information as public or in control of the users, then people start to lose them. It's the way I feel like it's the way technology changed how we consume media today, from the days of like Blockbuster to streaming stuff online. Things will always continue to evolve. And while I do not have all the answers, I can't tell you this is exactly why everybody's going to move from Web 2 to Web 5 automatically. I'm definitely sure there will be people that will resist, but I feel like it's something that the benefit will continue to, show up, and then more companies will start adopting this, which will make other companies also adopt them. So I think that's basically it. And to the question of how difficult would it be to migrate from Web 2, to Web 5. This is one of my favorite things about Web 5. Web 5 basically builds on Web 2 by adding like a decentralized layer to it. So people start getting in control of their data. And what this means for companies that are building applications, for example, is that they are able to focus on the experience that they're giving the users. The data they are getting is still going to be similar, like currently to the way they are storing it in their own servers. They just are not in control of it, but they are still able to work with this data, especially thanks to the SDKs that we are building to make this as seamless as possible. So from the user experience part or the application part, the only technological part you could picture out is that okay, from the API side of things or the data side of things, this is now on the user's end of stuff to take care of, right? So you're able to build your applications the same way, the same technologies you're using. You're just calling it. You're just using a different tool to access the data. So the experience can still be built the same way or even improved upon, but your data is just coming from a different source. But everything you do, especially business logic, is still yours. You still build stuff the same way. You're just able to identify users in a different format and also access data in a different format. I think I think that's pretty much it, at least for my current level of understanding. I just joined the company as well. I'm as excited as people are about Web 5. So yeah, that's pretty much what I think about it.
Yeah, you said it better than me. I think that's a great way to think of it. And yeah, like it at first maybe people will be like, oh, this is a competitive thing, but just like you said, like things evolve over time. So
Hmm.
people will start to see like this is the norm. I'm gonna go for it. There's a couple other comments. Um Scarlett Space said, yes, decentralized social is such a great use case. Lens Protocol is doing some great work here. I definitely have to look into Lens
Less
Protocol.
protocol. I don't
Interesting.
think I've heard of that myself.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like new to the decentralized space. I'm all AI all the time, so I gotta switch into that. And then someone they made a reference when I guess I was talking about money. Cash rules everything around me from Wu Tang, and I guess Tiago Web Dev said what you said makes sense.
Oh, thank you, Tiago. I'm glad that worked out.
Hey, hey Jato.
Hello, Jato. I think that's from my stream.
Oh, nice.
I
I was like, who's that?
guess we have people from everywhere right now just coming in.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a couple of projects already set up. Um, I think are we getting close to the end of the stream, or should
Oh
we
yeah.
keep going?
We are. Maybe we do like 5 to 10 more minutes, and then we'll.
Yeah, I mean, so if anyone has questions, this is the time. We have another stream tomorrow, same places. That would go more in depth to some of the contributions. But if you have any questions right now, about Web 5, and amazing question, Tiago. I'm glad I was able to answer that and made sense to you. So
Yeah.
yeah, and also everyone should know I mean, what's currently in front of us says Web 5 SDK itself is currently in technical preview, so a lot of things are still being figured out, still being implemented. But I guess that's just part of the process, right? As we look forward to building technology that changes the world, changes the future.
Yeah. True, true, true. Yeah, maybe we could do. I can do the DWN SDK JS on my own, and then maybe we could just
Yeah,
wrap up. I guess.
yeah, we could do that. We could do that. I feel like we've had.
what
Someone's asking.
what
So for.
happened to four?
Do you want to take that?
Sure. So the idea behind the naming of Web 5, it does sound silly. Everyone always says that. I say catch up. We move to Web 5 now. But basically, the idea is that we're taking the best of the best elements from Web 2 and the best elements from Web 3, and that's why they named it Web 5 plus 2 plus 3 equals 5. So it's not necessarily like, oh, this is the evolution like built upon Web 3, so now we're doing Web 4. It's more like we're thinking about, okay, we love this part of Web 2, but it does have its issues, and we love this part, like the decentralization part of Web 3, but maybe it does have like a couple of pitfalls, and we're building upon that to create something even better. I hope that made sense. Are claiming issues first come first serve? That's a good question. Um, Usually in contributing, and Ace, you can jump in for Hacktoberfest. Usually, someone will say like, "I want to do this one," and then that will be the one you get assigned to. So yeah, like first come first serve. But I think sometimes if someone's taking a little long to to work on something, then maybe we'll unassign it and then it'll be open to you. But yeah, if someone claims it, then it's theirs.
Yeah, thanks for the response, Ebony. Yeah, you can just comment picking it up and gets assigned to you.
Yeah.
Awesome. This has been great. I've had a good time chatting with everyone, with you, Rizel, as well.
Yeah.
I'm glad we were able to also answer a couple of questions.
Yeah, me too. It was good for our first like stream for TV.
Right? All
I had
right.
fun. Thank you for helping me out with knowing how to like navigate Code Sandbox.
Oh, my pleasure.
Sometimes you got to do Docker. Sometimes it's a test.json file.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all for tuning in, especially from watching from like all over the world. People in Brazil, people in Berlin, and people in like
People in Nigeria.
Nigeria. Yeah.
Djibouti.
Thanks, y'all. See y'all tomorrow, Friday. At the same time, essentially, we're gonna do another stream, but we're gonna talk a little bit more in depth about Hacktoberfest, go over the guide a little bit more, talk a little bit more about our experiences. So, have a great day, everyone. Bye.